Come on, bud. There we go. Okay. Stream manager. Live on YouTube, live on Twitch. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Daily Peak, where I am tired, mostly. Bleh. I do my best. Yeah. Yay. You're getting ready for bed? Oh, fuck you. It's time for the Daily Peak. This is fucking 7 a.m. local. Anyway. Morning, everybody. What do I do on this stream again? I'm gonna go ahead and play today's randomly generated peak map. Got by an anime. That's a you problem. My everything is so loud. I can't even... Okay. What button did I hit? Okay, invite kiosk doesn't work, so I probably hit offline. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Daily Peak. I'm gonna go ahead and take my morning meds. If you guys have meds to take, I'd advise you do so now. Just gonna crack my strawberry pop energy drink. Ah! Oh, I bit one of them. That was awful. Usually I wait to have an energy drink until work. I'm doing my best. Very tired this morning, I guess. Okay. Oh, and vitamins. I got vitamins too. That I eat. I'm so good at life. You don't have to watch. You can go to bed. Also, sure, I mentioned this the other day, probably, maybe. Yeah. I've got work in hour, so. Blech. Anyway, yeah. I'm sure I mentioned this yesterday, but, it was the, planned reopening date for Mound Makers. Ah. Yeah, no, I've been there. Yeah, planned reopening date for the Mound Makers Vintage Story server was yesterday. And, so that notably got delayed, quite a bit. Which is fine. Like, I don't care if it needs to get delayed. The thing that I have a problem with is that they never made, like, an official announcement. So it was just kind of a full day of, like, it's almost ready, we swear! Only, to get a, okay, we're delaying the launch until further notice. Not like, you know, like 3 days or whatever. Just until further notice. And, like, we're lucky they did that much, because the communication isn't amazing from staff to community. So it's one of those, like, I would prefer there be delays, over trying to, like, rush a product through. And if you think there might be delays, I would prefer you officially announce a delay. As opposed to, basically stringing everyone on. Where it's like, no, we promise there's gonna be a server in seconds, maybe. It's one of those, like, if you keep promising that it's just, like, an hour or so away, people are going to keep waiting for it. And every second that people are waiting, they're building anticipation. And the more anticipation that's built, the harder it is to satisfy those expectations. Yeah, right? Because, yeah, also, as Digi mentioned, people will enter waiting mode, which means not just, like, oh yeah, you get to be mildly annoyed, but still live life as normal, and it's like, no, you're waiting for a thing that could be happening any minute now. You know? You're gonna want to, like, stay up, and stay prepared for the thing. So, like, around the time when, they made the announcement, it was, like, 10 p.m. local. It had been 12 hours since they first said things would be released. People were, like, getting ready to drink gallons of coffee. Like, literal gallons of, like, no, I want to be one of the first on. Like, it's a competitive thing, partially. Like, there's, native copper deposits on the ground that you'd need to be one of the first people to get at. So a ton of people were trying to stay up extra late to be ready for the server to open. And I was sat there like, I don't care that much. Like, my sleep is more important. Especially because I have work today. But yeah, it was like a notable thing of just... Like, if you actually think, like, no, just a couple more minutes, like... Sure, whatever. But there's a point where you have to be like, okay, this is clearly going to take a while. Let's institute an official delay so people don't overhype themselves and do anything unhealthy while waiting. It's not even like the community health that I'm usually thinking about when I think of the health of the community, where it's like, oh yeah, making sure everyone is like supportive of each other and all that. When I'm thinking of community health in this context, I'm literally thinking like likelihood to develop a heart disease. Damn. Yup, stress of the unknown and everything. Fuck. Yeah, it's one of those things. I wish the staff was just a little more experienced so they would be thinking of these things as part of their, like, structure for announcing things. Because they've got a solid, like, 40, 50 people waiting on the server. It's like, yeah, like, if it's a small enough community who, like, knows you well, they can be like, oh no, this is gonna take, like, longer than they're saying or whatever. But it's like, that's a sizable amount of people, you know? You gotta have solid communication there. This isn't quite a full-on tap dancing spot, because I can stand, but if I stand in specific angles, it does start forcing me off the ledge. Wait. Fuck. Nope. Bad angle on that. Whew. It's like, yeah, that was the events of yesterday. It was like, I could have been, like, working on fucking X or Y, like, immigration forms, but no. Because I still have to be doing that, by the way. I need to get applications out, but I was like, oh no, I want to have, like, a break day. feel like I'm overcommitting to this path here. Let's find a way around. Wait. Tap dance. Okay, that should lighten my load by a lot. Ah. I feel like I'm doing a lot more horizontal movement than I am vertical. Right. Okay. Think I can backtrack a little ways and find a platform, maybe. You know, I'd have more interesting things to talk about if yesterday wasn't just a waiting day. Like, I made plans for the server? I've outlined, like, not necessarily a step-by-step how-to or anything, but I've gone through and been like, yeah, this is the stuff that we'll need to do immediately upon the server opening. This is the rough plans of the town I would like us to build, etc. And I've got that stuff outlined for the prospectors, but I want to try this jump again. Because I feel like I was close last time. Wait. Ah! That was really close. Alright, I am gonna backtrack a bit further and see if I can find any luggage. Because I am in one of the runs that allows luggage. Fun fact. If I wasn't in a run that allowed luggage, I would have probably put more effort up top into getting some extra bonus. Because any of those jumps I was just doing, I think I would have needed a decent amount of bonus to do successfully. I did get injured, but I recovered almost immediately. Because I had bandages on. Oh no. That's really not good, huh? No, I've never really had the fog be a problem on the shore. I feel like I'm usually a lot better time-wise in this area. Ooh, y'all feel that sense of inevitability? Really close. I'm trying not to let it spook me too much, so we don't run into any quick versus careful issues here. Yeah, yeah. Okay, back to here. But now I have a little bit extra in the way of a climbing aid. Yeah, I'll need it. There we go. Wait, it's encroaching on the sides too? Fuck me. Or am I just that far to the side? Cozy time. Digi getting stuck in the cozy spider's web. It's the spider that makes you cozy. Hey, Fog. Fuck me. Okay. Fuck. Ah! Not even a chance. Okay. Well. Oh, hell yeah. That sounds like a nice plushie. You have fun with that, Digi. I am gonna go ahead and sign off. Thanks to everybody who tuned in to today's Daily Peek. I can't open this fucking breakfast. I really appreciate your viewership, and I hope I will see all of you guys again next time. Bye. Oh, I don't need luck, honey. I'm amazing at my job. Did you not hear?